Okay, we're back again here at MatsuriCon 2009. I'm here with Stephanie Young, a voice actress. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. Having a fabulous time at MatsuriCon.
Oh, excellent. Of course, the first question is always the most loaded for you guys. How did you first get into voiceover roles?
You know, I love to talk about that because a friend actually introduced me to Funimation. You know, I was familiar with anime and I always thought it was a really, interesting and exciting field to be in, but I was in Dallas, Texas, and I didn't know that Funimation was there, and that's something that as actors we could do. I'm a stage actress and a broadcast actress, but a friend of mine named Laura Bailey, who's fantastic, we have the same agent. And she basically said, hey, you want to come out and audition for the show, Gunslinger Girls? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I had done some commercial voiceover, but had never done any kind of anime or cartoon work. And after that, I was hooked.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm very thankful to her for suggesting that, and then just started working there.
You were very happy because you thought maybe the most voiceover work was in New York or Los Angeles, correct?
Exactly. I thought, well, surely you have to be somewhere else to do this. But it's just in our backyard, and it's
nice.
wonderful. And just the coolest people,
Yeah,
So,
everybody talking about Funimation has been great.
yeah, we're friends, and there's a reason for that. So.
Tell us about some of your most memorable roles so far in anime.
Let's see. Well, Nico Robin in One Piece has been so much fun. And I record a lot of voices of doctors and scientists and professionals, lower register voices, witches, vampires, things like that. But, Robin, being the archaeologist that she is, she was just so cool and smooth and had the powers and everything. So it was really exciting to voice her character. And also the role of Claire in Claymore was very exciting. I didn't expect to get that role. One would only hope, and I thought, well, if I get to be in that show, that would be great. But then when I was chosen to portray or to voice Claire, it was just so exciting. And, she had such an interesting arc in her character where she started out just very devoid of emotion, unattached from her feelings, and as the show progresses, she becomes more human. And also the fact that she gets to, become a monster in this series, basically in a way. It's exciting as a female to be able to play those really strong female roles.
Yeah.
So
The fans, when you mentioned they rolled that out in New York, how excited the fans were when you guys rolled that out there?
Oh, it was wonderful.
Okay.
It was great. We had a wonderful response. We played the first episode, so it was wonderful to, get their feedback right away. I was there with Todd Haberkorn, who's Rocky in the show, and also directed, the first part of the show. He was fantastic to work with, so that was a great character. And I'd also mention a smaller character that's one of my most memorable is Bibi Mozzarella in Glass Fleet.
Okay.
Not the largest role, but just so interesting because her clothes were amazing.
Okay.
I will say it's fun when you're in a booth for that many hours and you're looking at these characters. You take in everything. And she would wear these couture-looking gowns and these fabulous hats, and she was always smoking something. I don't know. It looked like a hookah, but maybe just a hookah pipe. But she was always very relaxed, and she had this quasi-Hungarian, Eastern European accent that we created. But she was just so much fun, and it was hilarious because she would have to inhale, and then she would talk while she was inhaling and releasing. And I worked with Chris Sabat on that, so that was a lot of fun.
Another job you do in anime is sing some theme songs. How do you enjoy this?
Oh, that was really exciting to be considered for that as well. I've worked with Mike McFarland and Brina Palencia on some of the two amazing people, and it's wonderful. I am a professional singer, but the anime singing it's different. It's more pop, and it's very most of it is at beat. And, you have to have some breath control. Just as a singer, you have to really, and if not, then of course they punch you in. We are very thankful for Pro Tools. But, no, I was really excited to be considered, to sing and to work on some of those. And then in Tsubasa, I played Oruha, who's a jazz singer, and that's one of the things I do in Dallas. Okay. And it was thrilling to portray an anime character that is a jazz singer, and she sort of looked like Cher to me, which is fabulous.
Curly black hair.
Yeah, the curly black hair, and I worked with Colleen Klingerbeer on that, and so that was exciting. Yeah.
Okay. Not only anime, but also on the web. What can you tell us about Scout 6?
Very excited to talk about Scout 6. Scout 6 is basically a project that my husband created. He is the president, producer, director of Blue Logic Productions, and it's going to be an online graphic novel. That you can, go through and see the graphic novel artwork, and then click on a link that will go to live action.
Oh, okay.
And Scout is basically, I can't reveal too much about it yet, but if you go to scout6.com, you can see a teaser.
Okay.
And it has that we're hoping to create that Frank Miller kind of style.
Very good.
You know, a lot of green screen.
Okay.
But I'm creating that style with it. And she's basically a detective that has some supernatural tendencies.
Yeah, and what was the website again?
Scout6.com. And 6 is SIX. It's spelled out.
Okay.
So, yeah, we want people to check that out. And you may see some other voice actors pop up.
Pop into a cameo.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we have a lot of voice actors that are on-camera actors, too. So,
Exactly. So plenty of work down there.
yes, yes.
You've also been recognized in the Dallas theater community as well, correct?
Yes, that's actually how I started. Acting. I was a theater major in college and did a lot of theater in Dallas for many years. We have a great theater community in Dallas. You know, Dallas is a wonderful market for actors. We have the voiceover work, industrials and commercials, and a great theater scene, and a kind theater scene. I love that. And I'd like to say, well, it's because we're Texans, you know, we're friendly people. But in the art scene especially, it's a very, it's a very small world, but it's a great group of, really professional, talented people. And I did that pretty consistently for about 3 years. Then I started doing more on-camera work, and sometimes those schedules conflict with each other. But, yeah.
So being an actor, definitely Dallas is the place to be.
It's nice. Of course, we all, everybody loves to be in Los Angeles and New York. But Dallas is a great market to work consistently in lots of different areas.
Back to music. What are your thoughts on your work with the Brems?
Well, I love the Brems. I am a Brem. That's my married name. And my husband is a guitar player, and he had a jazz band when we met, and they needed a jazz singer for a wedding. And I was doing musical theater at the time. I was doing a show called Swing, and, it's all that fabulous big band music. Love it. And my mom was a jazz singer. She sang with the Tommy Dorsey Band and Glenn Miller when she was 19. I know, real deal, right? Yeah. Sang for the Troops in Greenland and everything. So I grew up around that kind of music. So was cast in Swing, and then David, my husband, and his band, they came and saw Swing, and then I auditioned for them and started singing with his band, and then after 3 years of working together, I'm going to tell you my life story. After 3 years of working together, then he and I started dating. Now we're married, almost a year. But that has been an amazing part of our relationship. We have our original tunes, which we hope to have a CD released by the end of the year. And another plug for the band.
Is there a website as well?
There's a website as well, lots of websites. It's the-brems, BREHMS.com. So you can check out some of our original music, and we're on iTunes and things like that. But our original music, of course, it has a great deal of jazz influence that I love, but it's also kind of indie pop. We're still trying to figure out exactly how to describe it, but we perform at jazz festivals, so that influence is definitely there.
And yesterday at a panel as well, how'd the anime fans enjoy it?
They've liked it. We've started performing our music at the different conventions, and I wasn't sure because it wasn't house or techno or J-pop, which is so much fun, but that's kind of not our thing as performers. And I was so excited when the anime fans seemed very receptive to it, and I love that. So we're very, very excited that they like it.
Of course, this convention is doing a lot of charitable work. One of the things they're working with is the organization Peltonia. What do you think about the convention working on this with that group?
It's wonderful when a group comes together and then uses that power of influence or publicity or PR, such as in the convention circuit, when a convention can come together to do something that's good, to do something that helps other people. It's an enjoyable experience for the fans and for us, but when you even go beyond that for a greater cause, I think that's incredible. And I love that on the convention scene, so many people, they try to do that, work towards these different charities to help them out, and I think it's an amazing cause, so I'm so glad to see. And I think that's one of many charities, correct?
In fact, one of our con-chair is wants to get the word of the fight against cancer, and you're certainly in support of that as well, correct?
Absolutely. My mom is a breast cancer survivor, and fortunately she was able to beat it, and it's completely in remission. And but of course we have to have funding for research for the many different types of cancer that we are discovering and other health issues. So I'm very excited to see that this convention is raising money for that cause.
Any current or upcoming roles or projects that you could talk about at this time?
You know, I know you hear this a lot. There's so much that we can't talk about, and there's quite a few projects. I'm really, I think I've said excited 10 times because I am excited, but that that are wonderful to be working on. And I don't know that I can talk about them because I don't think they've been released.
That's all right. We'll catch you next time.
Please do, yeah. But Scout 6, I can talk about that.
Okay.
And actually, my husband and his production company, we have a vampire flick, a live action flick that we are filming this November. We just found out about that last week, title to be named. But so we'll keep you posted on that too.
So a lot of things in the burner for the rest of the year.
Of course, artists, lots of things here and there. So
That's good. Well, Stephanie, it was a pleasure meeting you. And
so good to meet you. Thank you for having me.
no, not a problem. And hopefully we'll see you at other conventions down the road.
I love that.
Okay, thanks.